All right, let's move on to my pick of the episode. And my pick is by a guy named Yonghwa featuring YDG with their song Mileage. Now, Yonghwa is the lead singer.
CM Blue.
CM Blue.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets some help from actor, rapper YDG.
You'd never heard of him in my life.
Never heard of him in my life. I feel he looks familiar. Maybe I've seen him in something before.
Yeah, he's got that kind of familiar looking face. I got you, homie.
It's been a long time. Still forgetting to click videos. But this song, the reason I picked this song is the polar opposite of Hellovenus.
Yeah.
Where I actually probably like the Hellovenus song more, but the music video is so bad it kind of knocked everything. Knocked everything down a peg. Yeah. But the music video is so fun and it's so great. And I thought it had some really kind of unique things in it that's why it's my pick. The song, Yonghwa's voice, it's like has this like airy kind of quality to it.
Poppiness.
And I will say the first maybe 30 seconds, I really was kind of not that into it. Mm-hmm. Like it just sounded really poppy and really kind of generic. Yeah. But somehow like you gotta wait a little bit. You gotta get the YDG raps, and it's kind of like, okay. But the chorus kind of kicks in, and it's like, okay, like this is. I'm actually really liking this song. It's kind of, it's very fun.
Yeah. So this song would actually be like my song of the week if Steven didn't pick it, because Steven and I, we usually like to have different songs of the week, so you can get a different flavor, right? Different recommended songs. We have 2 recommended songs.
No.
But this could have easily been my song of the week. The song for me is really, really catchy. I really love the way Yonghwa sings it, and the video is just super fun. A lot of props, a lot of like kind of just funny moments.
Yeah,
like good use of mannequins and
just good use of like just props.
Yeah,
just amazing use of props. And like we've seen many music videos where they're like lying in bed, but they're not actually lying; they're standing. But this is the first time I've ever seen it look like they're floating and they're kind of flying around, and I thought that was pretty cool. Real talk though, this is actually the second time we're recording this.
Yeah, there's a cut.
If you didn't notice in the video version. In the audio version, you'll never know. But it's weird talking about the same thing over again.
Yeah, I can't really remember what we said.
I can't remember what I said the first time, but I have this feeling that I've already said it. Anyways, there's this weird like pimp part in the middle where they're all wearing like pimp clothes, which I don't understand. YDG's rapping. Like his rapping is not necessarily the style that I like. It's kind of this lazy, mumbly rapping. Yeah. That I've never liked, even in American songs. It's kind of just like, yo, dude, just
enunciate.
Yeah, just enunciate, bro. Like, put a little bit more effort.
I mean, I can't really talk. I'm a big mumbler, but come on, dog. I can't even.
Yeah, but you're not a rapper. I'm not a rapper. I'm not a rapper. Yeah. But we did mention before, which you'll never hear, that I feel like it would have been better with a better rapper on it. We were thinking maybe Sunny. Yeah. You were saying maybe Tableau or Mithragen. Yeah. But we were actually having a hard time trying to figure out, because it's got to match this like whimsical kind of feel. Yeah. And part of the kind of amateurish sound that YDG has kind of actually matches the whimsicalness of the song.
It's a little bit. Yeah, I could kind of understand why Yonghwa chose YDG, or they kind of collaborated, because YDG, he's not really too polished of a rapper in my opinion. Yeah. He's not a fantastic rapper, but he does fit this song probably better than any rapper. Any rapper that I can really think of, because this is a little. I want to say this is a very special song, but it's kind of got something to it that doesn't. It needs rapping.
It does need rapping. But as I said, the first 40 seconds or so, I was like, it's kind of generic. Yeah. I'm not really feeling it. But for some reason, it all kind of comes together better.
It's a very poppy song, I think, is the problem. So you can't really have like a hardcore rapper. You can't have a hard rapper. You can't have a rapper that's too silly.
True.
Right. But
but we were again I think, you know, when we make our 2015 best song of the year, like Wiggle Wiggle for me might actually be mentioned at least, but I don't think this song would be mentioned, even though this is my pick of this episode. Yeah. I think it's mainly due to the fact that not Mamamoo, Hellovenus' music video was trash on trash.
It's just hot garbage.
And this one is actually kind of fun, and I really kind of enjoyed this music video a lot, especially this episode. Mm-hmm. But yeah, let's move on to another guy who's the Sao Lao.
Yeah. So SM last year they said 2015 would be the year that they would have more solo artists. Not really what we've been.
Not really what I wanted.
Not really what we wanted, but
maybe
we'll take it.
Maybe the fans wanted it. I don't know.
We'll take it. And our next artist is Jonghyun, featuring Iron, with Crazy Guilty Pleasure. Now, Jonghyun is from, of course, SHINee, big SM boy band, and we actually did a reaction to this video. Well, you did a reaction video, yes. So why don't you just go ahead and tell them what's like?
Sure. Let me repeat the gigantic speech that I made. That was all cut out from the recording. As it is weird saying things again. Yeah. I really like the idea of this song and this album more than I actually like the song and the album. I think when SM said we're gonna come out with solo artists, I was like, I just don't give any fucks because I think a lot of their solo work is boring. It's just for example, maybe Taemin's Danger, which I'm not saying it's bad, but I thought that was just a SHINee song that
wasn't very good.
That wasn't very good. But looking at it, got fucking 9.6 million views.
Yeah.
But you know, like I think that was all just the passion from the fans of Taemin, not the music. But I just thought whether it's a great song or not, I just still think it was just a SHINee song. Yeah. You know, they have of course Zaomi with Rewind, which I actually thought Zumi, sorry. I thought the Rewind song was actually not bad, but again, that's a very SM sounding song. It's a very kind of a boring kind of song to me. Yeah. So I was really, when I first heard this song during the reaction, I was like, wow, like this is not at all what I expected. Yeah. I was expecting just more generic SMness. Yeah. So I was really kind of happy. It's really seemed like Jonghyun wanted to make this album. He had choice over who he got help from. You know, this is not featuring an EXO rapper, right? This is not featuring a trainee. This is featuring Iron, you know, a dude who shows up in a bunch of other songs. Like SM doesn't need to hire him, or he has Deja Vu with Zion T, right? Zion T's not a dude who works with SM, you know. Yeah. So it was actually really, really cool. But the actual song itself, I thought was very kind of amateur-y. I just didn't think there was a good song here. There wasn't a chorus that I thought was very catchy. There wasn't really anything.
It's very bland, I would say.
Yeah, like his voice is great.
Yeah.
Like it's not a boring voice per se. It's just
it's not the fault of Jonghyun, I would say, because Jonghyun is arguably
unless he composed the song, I actually don't know.
Like Jonghyun is arguably the best singer in SHINee. Mm-hmm. He definitely has a good vocal range and a good vocal like timbre. For me, I think the song would be more up my alley than yours, but the problem with it is that it's just very forgettable. It's very kind of safe, I feel like, because Jonghyun can, in my opinion, do a lot more with kind of the talents he has, and this is kind of like, okay, it's gonna be banking on the fandom, right? Like the SHINee Shawols. And like, if you like Jonghyun, if you like SHINee, you're gonna watch this. I don't think it's that fantastic of a song. When I first heard it, I was like, "Oh, the song's not bad." It's but when I listen to it more and more, the more I'm kind of just like, "Oh, it's really just meh," kind of feeling, which is terrible for a song. You want it to be like, the more you listen to a song, the more you like it.
Yeah, which even happens for songs that we just don't like.
Which I'm pretty sure is what's gonna happen with the Hellovenus Wiggle Wiggle song. But this song, I mean, I really, 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 really tried to give it a shot because this is really like my type of song.
It's your type of...
Yeah, there's falsetto in it. It's kind of like got a little bit more of a up-tempo, a little bit R&B-ish kind of feel. And it just... I've been really trying to listen to it throughout the week. I've been trying to... But it's just not there for me.
And if it's not there for you, it definitely ain't there for me. I really, really came out of this with just kind of like, but again, I like the idea of it because SM needs to do this, right? SM needs to branch out a little bit. That's like, it's a little stupid because it's like, well, SM still sells gangbusters and they still sell the most albums and they do the idol thing very well. But I think 2014 was a very good sign of like, people are slowly getting away from that. Slowly.
There will still be your people who do like the pop, super pop, like boy groups and such. But this is very unsafe for SM. And I think I'm just kind of disappointed because of all the people who I think had a chance to do something really, really interesting, and it's not SM, and it would be really good. Was Jonghyun, and
you're not thinking like some dude from Super Junior, like
you're not expecting like someone from Super Junior to put out like a really, really
badass solo album.
Right?
But when you think of Iron, you think Zion T. You're just like, oh, maybe it could be great.
It could be great, yeah.
And as a quick mention, like, I did listen to the Deja Vu song, and like,
very disappointed.
It also was kind of like, like that song has some cool moments in it, very Zion T moments in it. But like as a song, as a melodic song, it just didn't have a through line in it. And I think it's very similar to this song too, where it just doesn't have a good through line.
It doesn't. A song will need like a through line or something catchy, like something a melodic like kind of sequence that makes you kind of like grab onto the song, or maybe it has like a good build up or very high highs and very low lows kind of feel, or just a natural kind of build up or progression to the song. This song didn't really have too much of progression. Didn't really have.
It kind of like starts out like, oh, it might grow and grow and grow, but it just kind of doesn't.
It kind of gets to like a plateau and just like kind of waves in that plateau. It doesn't really,
But I do really appreciate the effort. I know that sounds very patronizing, but that's truly and honestly, like I think this is a very good thing for SM.
It's a step in the right direction. I feel like.
I think it needs a little bit more work. Maybe if you're gonna work with people like Iron, work with people like Zion T, maybe you could have them help produce your music too. But I don't actually have no idea. I didn't look up who produced any of this music.
I really want it to be okay, this sounds really bad, but I really want SM to be more like YG.
Whoa I'm
not really picking sides because I like artists from both companies.
YG fanboy.
If anybody knows anything about our podcast,
all your groups,
they know
all of your groups at SM are dead. So
they know that we're not YG fanboys.
That is the proof.
What I'm trying to get at is that YG artists kind of have more free range in their music. They have more of a hand in their music. Yeah, sure, they have their composers and producers like Teddy and people like that. And, they make good music and they have a certain style, but the artists I feel like have a good hand in the music they produce. And
I think that's the key. The key is the next generation, and YG did a very good job of picking the next generation of people that actually are musical composers. Like Winner can do it. Akamu can do it. Bobby and Icon, I guess, can probably do it. And of course you have Big Bang. 21 doesn't actually do that much.
Doesn't do too much.
But SM doesn't have that, right? When SM got EXO, like EXO's amazing for what they do, but they ain't composing songs, like Happiness is in the group name. Red Velvet, you know what I mean? Like, so I think you make a really good point. Like SM needs people that
can make music.
They
need people who can not just be idols.
Yeah, just not regurgitate music.
Not just kind of act out a scenario or act out a concept or act out a style of music. I want to hear artists that have a certain flavor and that their flavor kind of shows through.
Yeah.
Like when you think about artists like Zion T, for example, Zion T has a very specific sound.
Very specific.
Yeah, because he produces a lot of his own music, and then if you hear a Zion T produced song, you know it's a Zion T. Like a big composer that I like is Roddy. If I hear Roddy's song, I'm like, oh, this is probably a Roddy song.
A big composer I like, a Brave Sound.
Yeah, if a big, like usually we can pick out
not on the same level.
We can pick out a certain flavor of music.
It helps when they introduce it with their name too.
Yeah. Brave Sound, JYP.
Although JYP hadn't done shit in a while.
Yeah. But yeah, you gotta know what I'm saying. Right?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Like, I think this is very, like, I don't think it's gonna matter for SM for probably 5 years, but it's gonna slowly. I mean, already YG is bigger than SM, like market value wise, because of all the bad things that happen at SM.
Yeah.
But they're not gonna gain it back by continuing to do this. They're just not.
But you're not gonna make necessarily gains by being status quo. Like you're not gonna find an EXO every day.
Sure.
Right? EXO.
I mean, actually, I think they can. I think they can find another EXO easily.
Yeah, but the problem is SM needs 2 EXO level artists to kind of be the top company. You know, like.
I mean, they're going to be there. Of course, still, they ain't no JYP, you know. Yeah. They're still doing very well. But they're not going to retake number 1, I think, without taking chances like this. Yeah. I think, sadly, at least looking at the view count, I know it hasn't been very long. It's only been about a week. But, like, you know, this song only has 1.4 million.
Like sub 2 million, which is really
really strange. And when of course, as I said, with Taemin's got 9. That's crazy to me that Danger has 9.5 million. Because I really think that song is beyond boring and generic.
It's like
and
a
weird.
shiny
It's such
B-side.
a weird. Yeah, it's like that shiny era, which I just did not like, where everything sounded like 3 songs cut together. No, not Lucifer. I'm fairly okay with Lucifer. It's like what are those?
Why So Serious?
Why So Serious and some other song. Sorry, I don't remember their names because I didn't like it. Dream Girl, there it is. Where it was like 3 songs jammed together with weird electronic transitions, and I was just like, no.
Yeah, SM kind of did that for a year,
and they kind of made everybody was like, I like that song. You know, everybody, it's not bad, but nothing, of course, compares to the best Shiny song of all time,
Replay.
Yeah, best song in the world. All right, well, let's move on. We talked about that for a long time, twice.
Yeah.
But let's move on to the last song we're going to talk about, which is by High4 with their song Day by Day. Now, High4, of course, is a 4-member, very good with the High4, with 4-member boy group. Of course, previously worked with IU, worked with Lim Kim. They had a song that I really kind of like, the Bing 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 song.
Dang Dang, or is it Bang Bang? Can't remember what it was
Bing
called.
Bing Bing?
It was on their mini album. I really like that song as well.
I think it's called...
Bang Bang Bang?
Head something in
Headache.
English. Headache. It's right here. Headache. Yeah, it's Bang Bang Bang.
Yeah.
But I actually really like that song a lot.
Yeah, me too.
But this song is totally different. This song is a very slow song, right? It's very... Starts off kind of, I thought it was like a ballad with like spoken word instead of rapping, you know?
Oh, which is... Oh.
And I was just kind of like, I don't like this.
I'm not in the mood for that.
This is just, please don't. So I almost actually just shut it off because I was like, I don't want to listen to this.
Yeah, because we had a lot of music videos to go through also.
Yeah, and a lot of ballads that I was just listening ballad after ballad after ballad, and I was just like, click, 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 we're done with this. But I was like, okay, it's High4. I wasn't in love with, but I enjoyed everything that they've done so far. Which is actually kind of crazy when I think about that, because how many boy groups can I say? Yeah. How many boy groups can I even say that I enjoyed 2 of their last, 3 songs?
3 songs, yeah.
Let alone this. So I've actually, right? Like I like Bang Bang Bang. Yeah. I liked IU. I liked the Lim Kim one, although not as much as you. Yeah. But anyways, this song is what I love about ballads, like a good ballad with a beat, because once the beat kicks into this song, like the rapping picks up, the 2 dudes that start singing together, and one of the guys has such an amazing high voice, and it matches so well with the other guys, and it builds up, and by the end they're all kind of singing and rapping together, and it's a really, really good song at the end.
So this song I'm kind of in the same agreement with you. When it first started out, I was like, oh, this sounds quite boring.
Yeah.
But you kind of need like a slow beginning because it kind of crescendos together. Like in songs that we like songs that are kind of they're quote unquote noisy songs, but each element that they're adding into the noise has its own distinct like element that you're trying to like kind of get something from, right? It's not just white noise. Yeah. It's like if you have a singer and a rapper, like, but what if you just have the singer? He's going to be singing well. If you just have the rapper, he's going to be rapping well. And you put it together, and then it becomes something better. And what I really, really like about this song is that when they had the singing parts, a problem that kind of boy groups have sometimes is like all the voices kind of sound similar. Yeah, like actually any kind of K-pop group, right? Like say when I first started listening to Girls' Generation, Shonyeonshide, I couldn't tell the difference between their voices, let alone like
I still can't tell. Unless it's Taeyeon.
Yeah.
Taeyeon.
Right? Like listening to her voice is like I don't know who's singing right now. But this song, it is very, very apparent who is singing. Yeah. And it's very apparent like that they sing well.
Like I don't know their names, but I know this is A singer, A singer, B singer, A rapper, B rapper.
Yeah. Right? They all have so I'm a really big High4 fan now. After I've listened to the mini album. I talked about it a little bit in our year end, whatever. But High4, I feel like all members add something to the group. And that is really hard to say in this day and age with, your mega boy groups that have like, you know, 6, 7,
redundant
12,
on redundant
30 members 48 members, right? Like you can see each member shining. And I think that is something that needs to be kind of
I will say I think
popular.
I think they don't need 2 rappers.
Maybe not, but their styles are a little bit different though.
But only in this one, like because the one dude does this weird spoken word rapping, but normally he doesn't do that. Because I remember when we were in our past kind of talks about High4, like we were like,
we did say that we did say that we felt it was weird that they had 2 rappers. Yeah, 2 rapper dynamic is always a little bit weird.
Usually you have 2 rappers in a group of 7, but 2 rappers in a group of 2 is a little weird. But I do agree. Like it's actually kind of blown my mind that I think so highly of High4, and like they might be they probably are my favorite boy group. Oddly enough, that I just didn't even think about because
their favorite boy group.
Because I like 3 of their last 3 songs. Like that's like Mamamoo level, right? Like like that's pretty crazy. Although Mamamoo is like 3 out of 4 because Piano Man's a
little bit
like I really hope their next song is back to more R&B like don't be happy and chocolate starfish.
Chocolate starfish. But High4
like give them a chance. Like this song only has 19,000 views. Like it's insane to me.
Less than 50,000. Like think about that.
We have videos that have more than 19,000. Yeah. I mean it's very rare, but even we do. Like
we have like 1 or 2 videos that are, and we're just 2 knuckleheads.
Yeah, like that's crazy. Like it's crazy to me. I mean I know Jonghyun's famous, of course he is, but like no, screw him. I can't believe Taemin's got fucking 9.6 million and this song ain't got ain't got nothing. So give it a chance. Again, it really needs some time to build up, but like it's got just great voices. I think the rapping, at least the second guy, not the spoken word guy, but
I'm never really too big a fan of spoken word, anyways.
Yeah, I'm not a. It's just it sounds lazy to me. It's like you're not rapping. It's like when people sing talk. I really despise sing talking because it's like. Anyone can do that.
Anyways, tangent.
Anyone can do that. So give it a chance. High4 day by day. Weirdly enough, they are somehow my favorite group, boy group now. I don't know. I don't know how that happened, but that's my decision right now.
I've been singing their praises for a good long time now. If you haven't given them a chance, if you haven't heard like any of their other songs, like just go listen to the mini album. Maybe it's something up your alley. Maybe it's not. And that's perfectly fine, but what's important is that you kind of give new groups or groups you kind of haven't heard before.
I think a lot of people heard about Mamamoo, or at least tell us that, like, hey, I wouldn't have given Mamamoo a shot until we heard it. A lot of people, the Hyorin and Jooheon song Erase, like, they were like, we heard that song on your podcast. Oh my god, it's the best song ever, and it is an amazing.
It's an amazing song, yeah.
And parts of this song remind me of that song in the sense that it's like it's people actually singing together. It's people actually musically together, not just edited together one at a time like most pop songs are. So yeah, High4. Weirdly enough, I think this is probably my second favorite song.
Same.
No, sorry. I think the problem with this song is the beginning. The first 45 seconds is
like
bland.
a necessary evil. Like
maybe. So maybe it's my third after Mileage, but
it's weird to say.
It's weird. It's a hard week.
Yeah. Since we don't have a lightning round, just please go give this song a shot.
Yep.
We didn't really talk about the music video. Music video is very boring.
Oh yeah. The music video is like a weird art project.
Yeah, it's very, very boring and avant-garde. Not really.
Although not as weird as Jonghyun's.
Yeah.
Ain't got no weird ass spiders.
Jonghyun had that cool ass spider. No, that spider was cool, man.
Not cool at all. Really not cool. Although why go through the fucking time to CGI in that spider? Like I don't like that spider had to have cost like $20,000 for someone to fucking do. Like I just don't understand it. Is the lyrics say anything about a spider? Was he like, I really need a spider here? Yo, give me that spider. How much it cost?
I mean, if you're gonna be caught up in if you're gonna be caught up, why not be a spider?
Why not be a spider?
Or like a snake, right? It has to be some sort of creepy crawly.
It doesn't, but sure. Yeah, music videos. Music videos are hard, guys. Actually, they're not actually that hard. It's not very important in Korea. And it's weird. I've been watching a lot of American music videos, and as generic as some of them are, like especially with the infatuation with booties now, like since the infatuation with booties, like a lot of the music videos are like longer takes of booties, right? And it's just so refreshing sometimes. Or like I watch like the Sia one with the little girl dancing, and like that's such a great video because it's like there's some cuts in it. It would have been way better if it was one shot. Of course, I love me with some one shots.
Steven one shots,
I love one shots. Yeah. But like it's close enough, and it's like you look at these American videos and like even pop songs, like Taylor Swift, like even though they're kind of
Shake It Off, that was
like
great
it's
music
such a great video, and it's like why are K-pop videos so boring? Yeah. Like it's so bad.
I think the problem kind of comes in line with that. Like there's like only a few movie directors. There's just not enough variety of directors, I feel like.
Maybe. Probably.
So today I just watched Maroon 5 like Sugar video. It was a very simple concept. You might not have seen it. But it's Maroon 5 and they basically just go around to like weddings in LA and surprise surprise the bride and groom with like a performance at their wedding.
I heard about that.
I mean, it was really, really simple. I mean, you needed like a shit ton of cameras, but you always need a shit ton of cameras in any music video.
Sure.
And it was a really simple concept, and I really, really, really enjoyed that music video. And I thought to myself, wow, why if like this K-pop equivalent of this video is like them like a live performance. No. And that's terrible. I want to see like
or like I know it's way dreaming too high, but like I watched because for my winter camp for my students we had like a music winter camp, so I showed them cool music videos. Yeah. And like of course OK Go, that's a standard beyond itself, but like when I see an OK Go video, it's like so much thought and so much preparation. And yes, I understand K-pop stars are so busy, they don't have time to spend, a month practicing, something amazing. But like, there's effort there, and there's just not effort in K-pop videos, man. It's so sad.
Yeah, but when you think about it, they spend so much time and effort into learning a choreography that like it's the same as any OK Go video.
True,
right?
That is true. And like, even the better ones nowadays, like the Digipedi ones, like they're creative in sometimes with like aesthetically, but they're not creative like
with a concept.
Yeah,
it's just
like,
kind of like,
with the people.
Here's color.
It's like you can wear cool things and we'll put you in cool places and make it look nice.
And cool props.
But they're not actually doing cool things, which is just... And it's like, it's not like I give me a camera. I probably can't think of one myself, but like, I really hope one day, like while we're doing this podcast, maybe 2018, if we're still doing this, like someone in Korea is like, you know what the fuck? Like I can do this better.
Yeah, let's take like winter and like, go and like surprise them at like all girl high schools and see how much shit ensues.
Dude, honestly, to me, it's like instead of doing a sex, like I really think if of a no names, Nugu group did a cool video like OK Go, or did a cool video like, or a fun, more innovative video that would put them on the map more than random sexy or random this. Like, I don't understand why they don't put effort in that.
I can think of maybe one or two groups who have done that, like B1A4. B1A4 was really known for like their kind
weird,
of
quirky videos,
and that was what got me turned on to B1A4.
And they kind of stopped.
Yeah, they kind of veered away from that
because they don't have to anymore. They don't have to put in that effort. I think that's a little pessimistic, but like they don't have to put in that effort anymore. So they kind of just like Solo Day was, was meh. Lonely was meh.
This them singing in snow.
Yeah,
but I feel like we've ranted a lot, but
that's how it is.
When we have a mediocre episode, we have a lot of things to complain about. We're sorry, but we're not sorry.
Yeah, we're not sorry.
I
don't know when I'm going to upload this, since we did do it in two cuts. So I will have to cut them together, which I never have to do for our videos. But it is almost midnight, and I think we're done with episode 62. I hope this episode was adequate. I know you missed us for a month,
or you didn't,
miss us, and you'll be like, oh, they released another episode.
These chingus.
But I think we will come back with an episode in a week and a half or two weeks and a half.
We'll see how that kind of.
If you want to know, just follow us on Twitter. Like we're on Twitter now. You can see it above our heads, right? Yeah. TWIK Steven. We got TWIK Josh. Just follow us or follow This Week in Kpop. You'll get a better update on when we release our videos. Please do that.
And me and Steven are actually quite active on Twitter compared to like Facebook.
Oh, definitely compared to Facebook.
Yeah.
And definitely compared to YouTube comments sometimes.
Yeah, YouTube comments. We're getting to a point where we're getting a little bit of comments, so it's a little bit tough to read through all of them and reply to all of them.
Sometimes I reply. No, I mean we're grateful that you leave comments. So for sure, not complaining about that. But sometimes it like 3 people say the same thing, and I feel bad because I kind of want to respond to everybody, but then I would have to say the same thing to everybody. Yeah. So I kind of only reply to one of them. So I'm sorry about that. And some people do ask us like, "Hey, can you react to this?" or "Hey, can you react to that?" And I don't want to respond and be like,
"No," or "We've already seen that. We can't." Like,
But reactions. I mean, now Josh is back. I did make a promise a long time ago, not a long time ago, about a month and a half ago, to do more reactions.
Try to do more
reactions. So far, it's only been me doing them. But
we're gonna try.
There should be a lot of releases in the next month. People have been saving them over December. We didn't mention this at the beginning, but I was looking at, because this is such a meh week. I was like, what happened in January of last year? And I mean, January of last year has some freaking gangbusters.
Like
it had
miniskirt.
AOA miniskirt. It had
something.
It had only gain weight for a minute. Like these were songs that lasted the entire year. Yeah. So we still got a couple weeks in January. Hopefully there'll be some of that.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right. Well, that's it for this week, for this month. Well, not this month. For this episode. Bye.
Bye.